Whew, I made it. But I'm going to tell you, the views are outstanding. Check it out. Amigos, bom dia. Stuart here with another video coming to you today from Central Portugal on the edge of a mountain range here in that part of the world. And the name of the town exactly is this one here. I'll show you right now. There we go. You can get an idea of exactly where I am. Gouveia is the name of this town. And as I said, it is a mountain town on the edge of a mountain range called Serra da Estrela, I think it is, and this is a quiet little town, I will say. I thought it would be busier. It's a public holiday today, but as we can see, not much life or activity in the streets. So we're going to have a look around this town. Now here's the view that we've got from this town, perched up here on the side of the hill. Fairly impressive. And I said a minute ago that there wasn't much life in this town. I was mistaken. As we can see behind me, everyone seems to be at the bar. So this town, from what I have read, has around 12,500 inhabitants. I imagine it gets quite busy during the winter months when people come to this part of Portugal to go skiing, coming here from the bigger cities, some of the coastal areas. Lots of people from this part of the world go to the coastal areas in the summer month, of course, and then would come back here when the weather starts to get a bit cooler, because it's around 32, 33 degrees Celsius today. A little bit humid, but yeah, as I said, not many people around because I imagine they've all gone to the beach. But a pleasant little city or town, I will say, in this part of Portugal, and there's a few interesting things to see as well that we'll check out in just a moment. Okay, so the local market is just in front of me here. Not sure if it's open today because, as I said, it's a public holiday, but we'll check it out anyway. It could be, but I don't think so. All of the stalls seem to be closed, as we can see there, and I don't think I can get through this door. Let me see. Oh yes, I can. But not a lot of activity going on in here at the moment, but we'll go for a walk through it and see. Let's see, some fruit. That's about it. Not a lot going on in here today, but I imagine if you come here during the week, it would be a busy hub. Now let's take the stairs here, see where we end up. Work my way through here, through the hibiscus plants. Looking for a restaurant, somewhere to have some lunch. I think I saw on Google Maps that around here there's a decent restaurant, but again, open today? Don't know. Time will tell. Let's see. So here's a restaurant, but it looks to be closed. Not a lot of activity going on here. And here is the restaurant that I saw that apparently has decent food. So let's see if they've got an outdoor seating area, because I also want to bring the dog. They've also got plates of the day. Let's see. Soup. Some type of pork dish for the second. They've also got a rabbit dish and also a fish dish. So this could be the place for lunch today. So I'm in luck. The waiter said that we can sit outside with the dog. So that's where we're going to have lunch today. And I'll film a separate video about my lunch experience in this place here, trying some of the typical Portuguese food. So stay tuned for that video as well. So off to get the family back here for lunch, and then I'll finish the city walk around a little bit later on this afternoon. So lunch today is done and dusted. Time to continue the look around this town here in Central Portugal. Let's continue. And a great way to start the tour again is with a statue here in the town, and also an emblematic building that, as we can see here, needs a coat of paint. But let's be honest about this, the majority of buildings here in Portugal need a coat of paint, right? Now this seems to be the local tourism office where you would come to find out things about this town, things to see and do, but I'm not sure that it's open currently because, as I mentioned before, it's a public holiday, so I'm going to wing it and rely on signs like this one to show me some of the main sites. Now here we have the Avenida Bombeiros Voluntários, and basically that is the volunteer fire brigade. Very important currently in Portugal because a lot of the country has been on fire in recent times, wildfires in many parts of Portugal, and those guys, men and women, doing a fantastic job trying to put out the fires. So we've got a hotel down the street here, the tourism office as well, the health centre, museum, the police. We've also got a horse riding centre and a zoo. And this magnificent building here, which is a church. So this is the Church of St. Peter. We can see here the English translation of what's going on. In 1758, construction began on this Baroque and Rococo monument, which opened for worship in 1879. The remarkable frontage is made up of two overlapping bodies, where the framed portal and balcony stand out, as well as the inverted pediment, where the two huge volumes test the frame with the carved medallion with the patrona's insignia, in a set that is flanked by two bell towers. And as I said before, an impressive edifice it is. But of course, that's what you would expect in a country where religion has played an important part in history over the centuries, and buildings like this have been put up. Another important building in front of us there, also a religious building, I believe. And I'm going to say the real standout for me is the tile work on the front of these buildings. Impressive. Now, of course, this being a town on the side of a mountain, I imagine the water comes down from the top of the mountains, and there we go. Not sure if you can drink it or not. I'm not going to take the risk, but for people that want to fill up their water bottles, I'm sure this is an option. And I'm going to say, looking at that church that I spoke about a minute or two ago, it is an impressive building also from afar. Check this out. Wow, and as I said, highlighting the importance of the Catholic Church in this part of the world over the centuries. Now I'm going to head up the hill here, check out what's on offer, head towards the zoo. I think there was a zoo up this way. This is a very hilly city, as you would expect, sitting on the side of a mountain. So I'm not going to be doing too much walking around today, unfortunately. Now another important building behind me here, not sure exactly what it is, but if I find out, I'll put it on the screen. Now the objective that I have here now is to go into that park there in front of us. Also there's a museum on both sides, one to the left, one to the right. And I want to go up these stairs here as well, because there's another church at the top there. I want to check that out and see what the views are like from the high part there. So stay tuned. So here we have heritage set of Senhor do Calvario. In English, dominated by the chapel of Senhor do Calvario, built on the top of Mount Ajax. It has a Rococo style and originally had a facade covered in blue and white tiles. The construction is associated with the priests of the Jesuit company, which in the first half of the 18th century settled in the Holy Trinity College. And I'm going to be honest, the stairs here are going to test me in this heat, but I'll give it a go. Whew, I made it. But I'm going to tell you, the views are outstanding. Check it out. Impressive views from up here, I must say. A little bit hazy because of all of the wildfires that are going on at the moment. We can see over there, not sure if we can pick it up in the image, but yeah, a lot of smoke coming out from that side of the mountains. But the views on a clear day here would be spectacular. The local cemetery down there on the side of the hill. And here is the chapel that sits on the top of the hill. And again, the view's spectacular. Now, the idea is going to be go through the park that I have in front of me there, find my car and head off. And it's always great to come into these parks here in Portugal on these very hot days. They act as a type of an oasis, lots of trees, lots of cover, lots of shade, and you can cool down in these parks here because, as I said, it's around 33, 34 degrees Celsius and quite humid, but nice in here. Nice area there for the kids to play at, and we continue our walk through the garden here, which is fairly well kept, I will say. Especially the hedges, the maze part that we'll see in just a moment. And here we go. Another museum here, a more modern museum, the Miniature Car Museum. Interesting. Inaugurated on the 24th of November 2007, the initiative originated on a combined availability of the collector Fernando Taborda, the commitment of the government here or the city council here, the enthusiasm of the Club Escape Libre and the support of the Automobile Club of Portugal. And it's from this museum that I'm going to wrap this video up. It's just too hot to do anything else, so questions and comments, please leave them in the section below. If you have been to this town in Portugal, let us know what you thought of it in the comment section below. And if I ever come back here again, what else should I see? As I said, in the comment section below. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you never miss a video when I publish it. Until the next one, até logo from Central Portugal.